So I think it's going to take a little while for my access track to dry out. Oh well, we'll be complaining it's too hot next. G'day everybody, welcome back to Mother's Ruin. I've had the kind of day today where I feel like tearing off all my clothes and walking naked into the bush. It was Monday, it was not good, so I've come out here because, I mean, seriously, where else would you rather be? And I thought today we'd do a bit of a tree check. It's been 4 weeks or so since the florist's trees went in, or the exotic patch as we call it. It's been about 6 weeks or so since the silver dollars went in, and it's been pretty much 3 months, 13 weeks since the junipers went in and the gladdies and all that stuff. So because I love this place and I like to share, I'm going to share it. But if you've had a bad day like me and you're going, just absorb that for a minute and everything else will just fade away. So if you are having a bad day and you're having some dramas, talk to someone, go for a walk, hug a tree. But let's go and have a look at my trees and come for a walk. So the exotic patch is going particularly well. We've had some ongoing issues with this particular tree surround coming off, and we think it's more to do with the fact that if you look at it carefully, this is where all the water comes through. It's still really, really wet out here, even though it rained 5 days ago. You can just pick the tree at the bottom. That one's doing okay. So I've got purple acacia, Baileana purpurea. They're down in here. I've got a couple of really, really healthy ones, but I've also got some silver dollar gums and some others up the top. And it looks like I've had another tree surround knocked off, but we'll get to that in a minute. So here's the pride of the fleet. So this purple acacia, as I'd like to call it, has nearly doubled in height. This one here has definitely doubled in height, and it is looking magnificent. So the grass itself, the actual area is starting to come back. I did pull a lot of rocks off, move a lot of dirt, strip a lot of grass. So it's good to see the grass coming back. Here's the tree that I had pulled out of the ground. So this was a purple acacia, gone, just plucked from the earth. And here, oh no, I've still got it. So it looks like I might have had the end smashed off of this one. So I'll just turn the camera off and put the surround back on. I've got a couple of other exotics up here to show you. So all wrapped up again. I think it's just been the wind, but disappointing, but it'll come back. Here's another one that's growing really well. This is Paddy's Pink, if you can read that. And if we have a little looky inside, it's got some flowers on it. It's going really well. Its brother up the top here is not doing as flash, but clinging to life. It has been very, very wet. I've got water still seeping out of the ground here and seeping out of the ground here. So overall, pretty happy. Trees came out of the box really well. They've gone in the ground really well. And we've had a good run, you know, a bit of rain, bit of sun, bit of rain, bit of sun. We've got 4 or 5 days of sunshine now, and then lo and behold, more rain. So I was going to drive to the other end of the block, but it's such a nice day. So here's another purple one on the go, complete with spider at the top, which you probably can't see. And yeah, this is if you remember back, the one I took one out of the box, it was broken, and we thought it might grow, and it had a go, but it doesn't look like it's going to survive. So anyway, I'll start my big walk and I'll come back to you when we get to the silver dollars. And looking at the sky, there's more rain coming, definitely. So the other job I did this week, I had some help from one of the members of the 3 Generation Gin board, was I pegged some more rows. We're going to end up with 11 rows through this patch and probably another 5 rows of junipers up the top. So this patch, if I do my maths right, it's potentially a 3,000 tree area. I've got 1,000 down there and so on. It's a glorious afternoon though. Excuse the huffing and puffing, I'm getting old. But we're going to take a shortcut down through the creek and see if it's still running. Because, because we can. Because it's not work. Tractors are all parked up for the evening. A little bit of work to do on a couple of them, as per normal. Started measuring and planning the tractor shed here this week. Got a few numbers to work out. If anyone wants to help me build a 5-bay tractor shed or lean-to, let me know. So silver dollars are over there, and I can see already I've got a tree surround that's off, but we're going to walk down through the creek. Haven't seen any danger noodles yet today. Hoping to maintain the trend. A couple of big kangaroos bouncing around. Oh, so the creek's still running. So I built this little causeway a few weeks ago because the angle was too steep to get cars through. It's washed out a little bit on this side. I do have a piece of pipe to put in now that I know where the low spot is. But there's clearly still a lot of water coming out of the hill. Some kangaroo marks. A few trees sticking out. But yeah, the creek is still running up the big hill. And by big hill I mean it's big for a bloke my age. This road's also starting to repair itself. The grass is starting to grow, which is good. I don't like disturbing the earth much, but when I do, you know, it's for a reason. All right, so silver dollars. Probably surviving better than most, but see if I can get down and see this one. This patch gets a lot of water through it, which I think is the main reason the tree surrounds come off, because they get leant over and then the wind blows them. But as you can see, I'll zoom in, lots of really good growth. Very, very happy. We've lost 2 here, definitely. One over the back there. There's one sad looking one there. There's one definitely dead one there. And there's a 4th one. Oh, I've lost 2 tree surrounds. There's another tree surround missing up there. I have to find that. So a question from someone the other day was, all this plastic you're using, destroying the environment. So far, oh, this is one of my tree surrounds. So this is one of the dead ones. Look at that. Clearly not going to make it. I'll just sit this here for a sec. Hopefully you can see. I'm still keeping these covered up so I know where to replace them, but also just so I can keep track of how many survive or don't survive. ultimately I'm expecting to lose some trees, but pretty happy with survival rates so far. The 10 I got from the other nursery, not the main nursery, are these 10 in here, and they were much more advanced. Have started to pop out of the top, but these are basically doubled in height as well and are looking very, very good. So there's 10 of those through here. I've got 1 out, 2 out, I think 3 out of the tops. So they're all looking very, very good. I went with the smaller trees from the primary nursery because the service was spectacular. And after all, it's good service, gets customers back. So everything in here is looking really good. As you can see, still heaps of water flogging out of the hill. I can see the tree surround for this tree, which is good. Also means I can show you another tree growing. So sometimes you have to hunt for them, but they do turn up. The ground here is also very, very hard, which makes putting these damn pegs in particularly challenging. So this tree, this is 4 weeks old. As you can see, there's a little bit of trying hard to die at the bottom, but the top's got new growth. I'm not going to write it off just yet. Okay, so in the process of putting the shoe on my boot, I hit stop. Healthy tree, big cover, hopefully stopping watering by autumn next year with 126 nice sized silver dollar gums. So we'll off our way down past the dam. Thanks for coming with it for a walk with me today. It's always nice to know there's a few people out there looking. I have been watching a guy make videos walk around strange and exotic places in Europe, like London and Switzerland. Very, very special. I can't remember what he's called. I'll put the link down below if I remember. If you want some quiet walking therapy, it's very, very good. As you can see, the grass is coming back hard. It's getting very tall. Still got water flowing through all the waterways. Got to get the dozer in, knock these trees over still. Can't get a dozer in until the end of October at this stage. That's fine. It'll probably sink before then. I am going to re-rip these lines, but after 5 days, this is still really, really wet. Probably couldn't even get a tractor in here. I bogged the tractors in about 5 seconds. So I'll finish work in 7 days and then I'll come out and hopefully it'll be dry enough to slash. Rehab trees. So these are yellow box gums. They've been in since mid-August. It's currently the first week in October. Let's call that 7 or 8 weeks. And apart from a few sneaky weeds growing up around them, I've got a full survival rate on these, and that's with minimal water. Apart from the rain, these don't get watered much because they're on the edge of the waterway. Lost a couple of covers here and there, but they're going pretty good. Dam is full and overflowing. Many frogs, handful of turtles. Not that I've ever seen them. I'm assured that they're in there. Doesn't hold water very well, this dam. My depth marker peg is in there somewhere. Still overflowing by the look of it. Oh, and I've got a duck. Oh, hang on, move my finger. Let's see if I can zoom in on the duck. I think it's a duck. Oh, YouTube, what do you reckon that is? I think it's a duck. Might even be a baby duck. There you go, I'm a baby duck farmer and a flower farmer. Oop, duck's gone. So yeah, dam's really good. More gum tree. So that'll dry out almost certainly through summer. That'll let me get out around it and tidy up and do stuff. But that's not a today problem, because look at it, it's magnificent. Planted some more what we're calling farm trees last week. So these are just trees that I can get out of my own yard. I clearly need to come and water them tomorrow afternoon. That one needs a drink. Yeah, that one needs a drink too. So might need to come and give these a drink tomorrow. Probably should have done it today, but I'll do it tomorrow night. Yeah, so still wet here, still quite dry up here already, so they're going to need watering. But these ones down here are not, because this is one of the spots my dam is leaking from, sort of through here somewhere and down the road. Plenty of flies out tonight too, and mozzies, just for fun. So yeah, they're the farm trees. They'll grow about the same height as these trees and this tree here. Put some nice shade around the place, and they self-generate, which is good. So, where are we? This is the top of the juniper patch. These have been in the ground for about 8 weeks, and they are looking out of focus. There we go. They are looking magnificent. We've also got gladioles growing in these rows now. We only planted them last week. Here's the gladies growing, and they are also looking spectacular. Probably flower in the next 4 or 5 weeks, and hopefully I get enough to, at least show people. So there's another juniper. It's got a little bit of dieback on the top, but I think that's more just the frost and the tree recovering. So I'll go and find a couple of interest. There's a couple of particularly interesting trees, and I've got another tree surround that's jumped off. Another 2 tree surrounds that have jumped off. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So there is a tree in here, just there, that you can see. And it's going really well, believe it or not. Sorry, I'll get the weed out of the way. Pull the weed. Oh, pull the weed. So the tree is going very, very well. We'll put its cover back on. Try and spin it around, make it a bit tighter. There we go. Surrounded by gladies. And then another one here, but this tree is magnificent. I'll pull a few weeds. Try not to do too much with the weeds. The weeds will die off when it gets warm. The trees hopefully won't. But this tree here is about 8 inches tall. I'm going to move this stripper line outside the tree surround. Mistake we made when we put the tree surrounds in is we put the dripper line inside, and we're slowly but surely replacing all of them. So, just hold the phone, I've got to put you down for a sec. See if I can turn it off this time. Oh, there's my head. Probably delete that bit, or not. Right, tree surround back on. They're doing their job. The cockies aren't smashing them. New bulbs planted in here. Oh, another tree surround. Pretty sure this is just the wind. I'm hoping it's just the wind. Otherwise it's kangaroos getting curious, or cats, or dogs, or foxes, or chickens, who knows. Sorry, I'm probably heavy breathing in the camera. So, this has been, I don't know if it's been eaten by something or attacked or what, but we'll keep an eye on it. But it was very windy the other night, so I'm not at all surprised I've lost a few. Well, not lost a few, but a few of these have come loose. All wrapped up. Next one's up here. Whew. Here's another good example. The juniper going really, really well. Another 6 or 8 inches high. I'll turn you off this time, I'll just put this one back on. Here's one of the dead ones. Down there, you can see, I'll sort of see down the bottom. Not 100% dead, but I don't hold much hope. And that's why we've rolled the cover up back. More so we can see it and keep an eye on it. I definitely need to mow when I finish this swing at work. Here's another really good example. I mean, it's nearly 10 inches high and it was put in the ground at 3. This one's probably approaching the point it needs a bigger surround, but it looks really good. Got a handful up here that are in the shade. Keeping a really close eye on them just to see how they go. Squash a few weeds so the sun can get in. This one in particular, keep a very close eye on this one. Look at that, magnificent bush. And the trees on the ends of the rows. Believe it or not, there's a tree here, crepe myrtle. So there you go. Car's parked way back there. Mozzies are coming out. There's a big wedge-tailed eagle up here, swooping around, just sitting up in the air looking for some food. So I'm going to walk back to the car, go back, bang a video up, which you've just watched hopefully, and get on with it. But I've still got 150 bulbs to put in this row and this row. That'll be next week. I'm going to come out with a whippersnipper and chop some of this stuff, just so it's a bit easier to get in, because they're worth it. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. And I'm also growing ranunculus, which took a while to come up, but they're getting there. And buried down amongst them are some juniper trees. I need to do something with the weeds, but as soon as the ranunculus die off, I'll come through and whippersnip this and fix the trees. But the ranunculus are going really, really well. Lots of different colours, shapes, and they're just a trial. See how they go, see if it's worth it, and yeah, so there you go. Anyway, have a good night. Remember, if you're struggling or you've had a bad day, don't take it out on the kids. Don't take it out on the wife or the husband. Grab them by the hand, take them for a walk, go and hug something, hug them, hug a tree, pick some flowers. But remember, it's more important things in life than work. So there you go. Anyway, that's my message. Thanks for watching. See you next time. So I'm definitely a duck farmer. I thought I'd better water some trees using my friend, the bucket. So I did the 3 on the other side. That one's going all right. Yeah, that one might have gotten too wet. Anyway, sun's gone. Trees have had a drink. What a day. What an afternoon. See you later.